Shams has just revealed a brutal Knicks injury update as OG Anunoby will be out for Game 3 against the Indiana Pacers and potentially more. So we have to talk about this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. And as I already just said, Shams has revealed that OG Anunoby has a left hamstring strain and is out for Game 3 versus the Pacers. And it seems like he might be out longer than Game 3. I mean, guys usually miss more than one game for a hamstring injury, and on top of that, to already say he's out the day before he's playing is not a very good sign. We know the Knicks like to kind of keep things under wraps, so the fact that this got out so quickly in less than 24 hours after the Knicks played the Pacers makes me very much fear the return of OG Anunoby and when that could possibly be, if we could see that happen in this playoffs at all. But I don't know how many of these injury videos I'm going to make. It seems like there's been 10,000 so far, and there's potentially more. I mean, Brunson hurt his foot. He's questionable, though he's going to play. I cannot believe the extent to which this Knicks team has gotten injured. All of them. Julius, OG, Mitch, Boyan. 4 guys. 4 of our 5 front court guys. I guess not counting Hart. So 4 out of our 6, but Josh Hart's kind of just Josh Hart. I cannot believe this, guys. I mean, another injury. Another one. And I mean, I don't think he's just out for Game 3. I think this is going to be a longer-term injury because it's a hamstring strain. Now, maybe it's just something that'll go away. Maybe it's very light, or maybe not. And if it's light, then yeah, maybe he'll be back Game 5 or even 4, maybe. Or he could miss the rest of the playoffs. Now, I've already thought we were going to get slapped around by the Celtics, but without OG guarding Jason Tatum, things are going to get ugly. I really just wonder what could have happened if the Knicks had a healthy team this year. Like, just to see another one of these things happen, it's almost comical now. It's like, what the hell, dude? Like, you could say it's Tibbs related, but I don't think it is. OG fell. It's not like these injuries aren't happening out of nowhere. These guys they're falling, or Randall's getting caught up and getting attacked, and that ambulance is probably bringing a different Nick to the hospital as we speak. I don't even know what to say at this point. OG was having an awesome playoffs, putting up 16.4 points per game, shooting 40% from 3, shooting 50% from the field, also pulling down 7 rebounds. He was as good of a defender as anyone in the NBA. And he played 40 minutes. Those 40 minutes were huge for us. And I do wonder who's going to take that spot over. Like, we're looking at OG Anunoby, who played 40 minutes per game as a Knicks starter. They're going to have to add someone else into the starting lineup. It'll either be Precious Achiuwa or Deuce McBride. It'll almost certainly be Deuce so he can guard Tyrese Halliburton. Deuce is going to get thrown into 42 minutes per game until OG's back, maybe more. I mean, OG and Brunson and Josh Hart have played over 300 minutes this playoffs, and no other player in the NBA has. We've had a lot of injuries already. Now, I don't think it's fully on Tibbs that these guys are getting these minutes. Part of this is because of the amount of injuries the Knicks have had. If they had a fully healthy roster, then Hart wouldn't play every minute of every game. Jalen Brunson wouldn't have to be playing this many minutes. We're seeing this happen across the league, though, also. I mean, look at the Mavericks. Luka Doncic clearly starting to feel fatigue from playing 44 minutes per game. The Knicks are unfortunately a team with a very deep bench that has been thinned out to an unbelievable level due to just a sheer lack of health. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, all right, let's just take a look at the 8 guys, really 7, who played. Alec Burks played literally 1 minute and took a shot, and that was it. He's clearly going to have to play minutes now. The Knicks went with a 6-man rotation in the 4th quarter. I don't think they're going to do that for a whole game. If Tibbs does, he's just absolutely insane. But, like, we're now down to Precious and Alec Burks being our bench. I don't think they're going to go deeper than that. Like, who else is going in then? Shake? Is Shake Milton going to go in or something after hardly playing? Is Jericho Sims, which wouldn't even make that much sense? Like, I don't know where the Knicks go, but if you look at this, now you have to replace OG's 28 minutes that he was playing into the middle end of the 3rd quarter, really. And now, I don't know. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I just don't know. I don't know where these minutes go. Obviously, Deuce gets a large chunk of them, and Alec Burks is going to step up. I hope Tibbs. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if you play Shake Milton or Jericho Sims. I feel like those would be the two most likely guys to get off the bench in this situation who haven't been playing. Maybe you do something crazy and throw Daquan Jeffries in there or something. I'd like to see Shake Milton take some minutes because I still believe in an 8-man rotation making more sense for the Knicks, even with the fact that, I don't know, Shake Milton's had an awful year, and that's why he's on the end of the bench right now, but he's still a former NBA playoff starter, so I don't think it would be the worst idea in the world. We already have so many injuries. The last thing we need is even more. At this point, I feel like if the Knicks can beat the Pacers and go to the Eastern Conference Finals, that can be such a win on the season that when the Celtics just obliterate us, we can still be fine with it. Like, hey, if we were healthy, this would be different. And Celtics fans are going to be like, oh, well, Porzingis was hurt. No one cares. No one cares. It's miss half your starting lineup and half your bench, and then we could talk. But the Knicks still have a job to do. They still have to beat the Indiana Pacers. They're up 2-0. Let's finish this series out. Let's finish it quickly. Maybe OG can come back. If that happens, the Knicks have a little more breathing room, but still most likely are going to lose to the Celtics. It's hard to imagine the Knicks beating them without Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. Now without OG, it's basically impossible. Given the Knicks have Jalen Brunson, who will be the best player on the court, he's going to have to go up against Drew Holiday and Derek White defensively, so that's not going to be the most fun thing in the world. But you don't bet against Jalen Brunson. He's made that abundantly clear. If you're a Knicks fan, you know Jalen Brunson is just that good. He's an NBA superstar. He can do magical things on the court. But yeah, man, I want to know what you guys think on this. Like, where do we go from here? What do we do with the rotation? Let me know, guys. Like, I'm curious to know your guys' takes. I want to see your guys' inputs because we're going to have to do something fun. I really, my vote is start Deuce, have the starting five be Brunson, DiVincenzo, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, 4 guys who came into the NBA as guards, and 3 of them still are, and Hartenstein. And you do that, and now I guess Josh Hart guards Pascal Siakam, which I don't love, but you have no better option. And from there, you try to beat the Indiana Pacers, which I think you still can. And if you do that, that's a massive win because the Pacers, for all their problems, are a playoff team in the second round, and the Knicks can beat them with half their roster, which would be so impressive. The Knicks have a winning culture around them. They've got a lot going for them still. I want to see that starting five, and I want to see Precious and Burks and Shake Milton off the bench. I think that's what you do, but we know Tibbs isn't going to do it. He's going to stick to the 7-man rotation, and we're going to get murdered by the Boston Celtics. But who cares, man? It's been a great playoffs. I've had a lot of fun rooting for the Knicks. I don't think anyone can say they haven't. This Knicks team has shown magic, and they're going to come back next year and be so much better. This is the beginning of a beautiful thing with the Knicks. So, regardless, you can't look at this too angrily or upset. If you've been a Knicks fan for a long time, like I have, if you've been a Knicks fan for a much longer time, like people double my age, you know how enjoyable this season's been. And you got to take that and smile at it and think next year we could win this thing. So, guys, leave your comments below. Give me your new rotation without OG Anunoby. Like this video. Subscribe to Knicks Digest. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Go Knicks.